Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2.
Looks like we're heading toward the center of the base.
That egghead sure loves mechanical things, doesn't he? I'll bet he has one or two spaceships lying around here somewhere.
The door's locked. We need a key to get in there.
No problem. We can find it. Right, Knuckles?
What? Why do I have to find the key?
We're counting on you, buddy. The world's greatest treasure hunter.
Well, unfortunately, Knuckles, you pulled the short end of the straw here because you're the only one here who knows how to find treasure, so you're the only one who can do it. Conveniently for you, though, because now you get yourself a new power, the Hammer Gloves. This increases our punch attack, which really just means now we can go ahead and break open iron containers. This doesn't really matter much for enemies because it doesn't really change their health values. You still destroy stuff in one shot, so it's really just to get into new areas that you haven't been able to get into before. But this area here, the Death Chamber, oh man, this is one of the areas that starts getting a lot more difficult for finding your emerald shards, or in this case, the 3 keys here we need in order to traverse more in Eggman's base. The fact that this area is so condensed and it has so many different hallways, it makes it a lot harder for you to actually find the key that you're looking for. And this is a case where having your radar system from Sonic Adventure 1, where it tells you whenever you're near something, no matter if it's the first thing in your radar set or not, that would really help, because there's going to be moments where you'll probably run past a key in an area you've already been into, and you just don't know it's there. Case in point, there's a key. Okay, wasn't expecting this, but yes, there is a key that we don't have on our radar right now. That's supposed to be our final key, and since it's not on my radar just yet, it's not going to be beeping, so we might as well just get this one now. And we don't even need an extra hint for the other keys, because we kind of already know what hint kind of tells us where to go, so we're just going to go ahead and make our way to key number 2, which is now our final key. This is when sometimes that radar system for the first game can really help. Sometimes you just find keys by accident in this level in general, but this is basically what you do if you want to find keys. You just run around till you hear a beep and then just go from there. It's the most effective strategy in order to find your keys here, with also getting enough points in the score bonus to get an A rank. Here's the Golden Beetle, so we're going to go ahead and smash him up. Get ourselves an extra 1,000 points from him. And there's the key just right on the ceiling. We might have got a lower score there, because I believe that said a tight bonus popped up right before we got the key, but it's still more than enough points here for the A rank. We did pretty good here, if you ask me.
This is perfect.
Huh? Who's there? What the? A ghost?
This is our boss of Pyramid Cave. It's King Boom Boo. This boss fight is a very interesting one because it's just a giant circle for an arena here. And we actually can't hurt Boom Boo here right now. He's actually invincible. If we get close to try to punch him, he won't be able to do anything. This is because he is a ghost, and you can't hurt ghosts in the Sonic series. But there's a little ghost holding an hourglass behind him. You want to go ahead and when Boom Boo is spitting out his fire, you want to go ahead and punch the little ghost to make him drop his hourglass, which will reveal the real form of Boom Boo for us to go ahead and hurt. Take up the shadow, and we just want to punch him a couple times here, and that's the boss fight. We actually got him in one cycle, which is very impressive. Normally, you're only supposed to be able to get one hit out at a time, and this boss becomes more aggressive between every hit. But if you're fast enough, just keep on punching the guy, and then he will die in no time at all.
That was pretty rough.
We did it! Let's go, Amy! Yeah!
You little thieves! Did you really think you could get out of here alive?
Come and get some, Eggman.
Sonic!
Just leave it to me.
This time, I'll take your lives as well as the Chaos Emerald. I call on you to destroy these pests. Come out, my servant! Whoa.
From one boss fight to another, welcome our second boss in the Pyramid Cave, the Egg Golem. The Egg Golem here, compared to the last boss we fought, is going to put up a little more of a fight. What we need to do with this guy is we have to wait for him to throw some punches so he's vulnerable here in the back, climb up his back, and you want to go ahead and hit that center point on the top of his head. That is his weakness. Now, since we actually went out of our way to get the light speed attack, this fight becomes a lot easier. The light speed attack will home in on those targets on his back, and we'll just immediately home into his weakness on his head as well. So we can use the light speed attack to just make things a lot easier on us. It doesn't do any extra damage, but it makes lining up your homing attack shots just a non-trivial thing now. So if you have the light speed attack, I definitely recommend you use it. A trick with the light speed attack is that you can actually get rid of the little particle effect and get your full speed back if you press the other button you can use your spin dash for. So in this case, I'm charging down my spin dash with the B button, and then I'm pressing the opposite button on the controller, so I'm pressing the X button, and then I can go ahead and get my full mobility back. Just hitting the golem a couple times in the head here, and he'll be down in no time. Pretty easy boss, just keep on moving, and you should be fine.
Green light for launch. Primary engine ignition on. Beginning liftoff countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shuttle liftoff.
So this is the space colony where Eggman is hiding. What the?
Is everyone all right? We should be landing soon.
The hatch doors are
Don't
open.
sweat it, Knuckles. The only thing in the cargo bay are those
What do you
Master
mean, don't
Emeralds.
sweat it?
Right?
Land the
Knock
shuttle
it
and
off,
let me
Knuckles.
out.
We're gonna crash this thing if you keep that up. Oh no! Don't touch that lever! Whoa! What's up with that knucklehead anyway? Trying to take over the shuttle. I thought we were toast for sure. Huh? Where did he go now?
Looks like he bailed.
This place looks deserted, dusty too.
This place was shut down about 50 years ago because of a terrible accident. The first Bernoulli spherical space colony, called ARC. When it was operational, it was the most advanced research center of its kind. But looking at it now,
Now it's an abandoned ark, wouldn't you say?
There's not much time left before Eggman fires that weapon again. We've got to hurry. Let's find the cannon and destroy it.
yeah! Someone designed that weapon to be impenetrable from outside attacks. Its defense shields are super strong, so we have to find a way to destroy it from
Isn't that
inside.
a Chaos Emerald?
It looks like it, doesn't it? But in fact, it's a fake one I created after researching the real emerald. It has the same wavelength and properties, but it's less powerful than the real one. It's designed to reverse the energy field inside the Chaos Emeralds and blow up. It looks so real, even a machine can't tell the difference. I'll find the power supply and destroy it. Sonic, you find the control room, okay?
So the plan is, we'll switch the Chaos Emeralds when the machine is stopped, right?
I hate you! You guys always leave me behind and have all the fun!
Amy, open your eyes. They didn't leave. They're just walking in place a little bit in front of you. You can't see this normally because there's a little bit of cropping happening, but we're playing in widescreen, so we can see everything. But now we're actually in Tails' final level here in the hero story, the Eternal Engine. This level here is definitely his hardest one, but that makes sense since it's supposed to be his final level. But there's a lot of stuff for you to go ahead and interact with here, and because of that, you can get a lot of points here with Tails. It's probably the one level he gets the highest score in general. So just keep on aiming at a lot of stuff, and you're going to get a pretty big multiplier because of it. Here I'm going to go ahead and just shoot down the 2 little diamond here to get some extra points, but we're mainly coming in here for a switch. Feel bad for Omochao though, he's kind of in an infinite loop with death. I'll just leave him be, he'll be fine, I think. See, he's right there, he's fine. We need to actually hit that white switch there in the room with Omochao, and that's simply because hitting that switch will unlock the door for us to go ahead and traverse forward. So we need to go ahead and do that in order to actually progress, and that is kind of a little bit of a difficult thing to notice on a first playthrough. When I first played this level, I didn't know that there was a switch in that room at Omochao, and yeah, I wasn't sure how to progress for a little bit. It takes a little bit of exploring to see that switch. Speaking of white switches, here's another one right here. This one we need to go ahead and hit so we make this weight just stay in place. And we need it to stay in place so we can go ahead and ride this pulley up to continue onwards. This level is a very vertical level, and it's just a giant hallway. It really just depends on the section. Sometimes it's a long vertical shaft, sometimes a long horizontal shaft. It does mix things up. And it's very deadly with all the different space pits around here, which you create yourself by shooting things with dynamite. So you gotta be careful what you shoot as well in this level. You don't want to shoot open a pit hole for you to fall into and die, because that is a very easy thing you can do here in Eternal Engine. Get ourselves some extra health, which really does not matter, because we have not taken a single hit of damage yet. Or at least at this point we didn't. Now we did. That's all it takes. Just open your mouth and then you take a hit. Maybe I shouldn't talk anymore. We'll just have a silent Let's Play. It seems like commentary is the curse. But to be fair, that is a very true thing. This stuff isn't easy, you know. You try playing and talk at the same time. It's a little difficult to do. Just a bit. Want to go ahead and hit that switch down here. It doesn't really do anything progression-wise, but hitting that switch and backtracking a little bit here, now it opens up this door, which for the most part is really just here for some extra goodies, and then a Chao key here, but we're not going to be touching that key. We'll talk about that one a little bit later on, because we got places to go. We don't want to go where that key takes us right now. There's other things we want to do first. Like get out of this level alive. That's a pretty important one. We gotta find Eggman and use his new fake Chaos Emerald that we made, which pretty impressive that Tails is able to make a fake Chaos Emerald just using the power of a real Chaos Emerald. That is pretty impressive. It's almost playing the fate of God, if you want to be honest, in this series, because of just how much power these Chaos Emeralds have. It's very impressive that you can harness the power of a real Chaos Emerald and kind of make your own fake. And it's a pretty good fake, too. It looks like the real thing. Hopefully it's going to be able to trick Eggman, because he's also a genius, even though his actions don't really make him look like a genius, but take my word for it, he's a genius. Down here, we want to go ahead and get ourselves a new power for Tails, the Bazooka. This powers up our Vulcan cannon, so now with this, we'll be able to go ahead and do a lot more damage, but more importantly, we can break iron containers. So, just like Knuckles, now we have a power-up to break iron containers and be able to explore new areas we weren't able to before. And you need that power here because, as you can see, we kind of get locked in place if we don't have it. You can kind of argue that we can get around iron containers with Knuckles a little bit more. It really just depends on your key spawns in Death Chamber, but Tails does need the ability to break open iron containers. There's no way around it here. He gets gated off if you don't have the bazooka. So, go get the bazooka. Gonna go ahead and get me some health back. That's definitely needed. We're almost down to half, so yeah, definitely want my health back. That'd be nice. Got the golden beetle just kind of floating out here in space. And this section of space is very interesting because it has its own little current that pushes you back upwards. So we'll never fall down indefinitely here because we'll just be pushed back upwards. And that's really helpful because your hover can only last a certain amount of height. It'll keep on descending after a while, so it's good the level kind of helps you back up. Otherwise, that'd be really hard to get to the door. This is our final section here in this level. Want to go ahead and fall down this long vertical shaft. A lot of enemies on the way down too, so we can go ahead and get some extra points here on the way down, which we definitely want these points. And now, at the bottom, we have this contraption.
Tails, I found the controller.
supply.
So just like Tails said, this is the power supply. We need to go ahead and destroy this, and that is the level. The gold ring is just inside the power supply. Very convenient. If this wasn't here, I'm not sure where else we could go. But yeah, that's the final main level here for Tails. We're not done playing as the character just yet, but that is his final level here in the hero story. Definitely the most difficult out of all of his levels, but it makes sense, since that is the last time you play as him in a level sense.
Okay, Sonic. Now put that emerald.
Tails, tell Sonic to meet you back at the research facility.
Sonic, Amy is.
I didn't get that, Tails. What happened to Amy? Tails!
You can worry about Amy later, because for now, you got Meteor Herd here with Knuckles, so, yeah, that's mood whiplash. It's, a little bit of a panicky situation going on, but instead, we're just kind of out here hunting for emerald shards. It'll be fine. Should be fine, right? Yeah, we'll focus on that one later. For now, as Knuckles here, we want to go ahead and hit this switch. And the reason why we wanted to go ahead and hit the switch, which, as you've seen, is a very complex way to do it, is we want to get inside the center point for another power, the sunglasses. Now, this will allow us to see things that we weren't able to see normally. And if you want to be honest, this power-up isn't really that useful. It's an optional power-up, and it's really only used for very specific things in the game. So you have to cycle through a menu of different abilities, and then one of them is sunglasses. Put them on, and now we can see things that we can't see normally with the sunglasses off. You also need the sunglasses on to collect those items that you can see with the sunglasses. This also goes for springs. You need the sunglasses on to hit springs that are hidden by sunglasses. It's a very weird ability. I'm not really that big of a fan of it, but now that we have it, let's go ahead and restart and actually play the level proper. So, Meteor Herd here. This is a very interesting level. This is the final level here for Knuckles. So, this is our last main level here, just like with Tails, we'll be playing with as his character. But this level is gigantic. This is definitely one of the hardest levels, if not the hardest one for Knuckles. And it really just depends on your luck if you're going to get a good score here or not. Honestly, the emerald shards can just be anywhere between somewhere close to you in the very starting area, or they could be at the very top of Meteor Herd. So what I recommend doing is just run around an area until you see a beep on your radar. And the best thing to do is actually to go from the very top and work your way to the very bottom of this map in general. Doing so, you'll probably find a lot of your emerald shards without hints at that point, which is kind of what you need to do for a good rank in this level. So going from the top and working your way downwards is definitely a thing I'll recommend doing, just to make things a little bit easier. Looks like our last emerald shard is just somewhere here in this pack of containers, so just have to figure out which container the emerald shard is in. Doesn't really seem like it's around these open ones, but here it is, just hiding in a cage. Luckily, we have the ability to break this iron crate, so we'll just break that, and then we'll go ahead and grab the emerald shard, and that is it. That was some pretty good emerald shard luck, if you want to be honest. Really good spawn patterns there, made this a lot easier on me for time's sake, which definitely helps my overall score. Out of all the levels, this is probably one of the hardest ones to A rank as Knuckles. It really doesn't help if you get really bad luck here.
Long time no see, treasure hunter. Did you find my emerald?
That's a good one. Your emerald. Talking to you is a waste of time.
Very well. If that's how you want to play, I will take it from you.
So it's finally time for Knuckles to confront Rouge head to head. We've kind of mentioned her a few times in the story, but Knuckles and Rouge hasn't met up since the very beginning, and now this is the time for them to duke it out. The best thing to do to attack Rouge is just to use your drill move, as it's the easiest to hit her with. Normal punches sometimes just don't collide with Rouge, as she can just kick them, so that will just basically negate your attack. So I just recommend get above her, use your drill move, and just, for lack of bad wording, drill her to death. That is the weirdest way to say to defeat this boss, but it is the most accurate, and I'm sorry. Just attack her from above 4 times and you'll be good to go.
And give me back my emeralds!
What are you babbling about? You call yourself a hunter, attacking a lady? Shame on you!
What kind of lady goes around stealing gems anyway?
Those belong to me! Ah! Ah! What in the world? Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch me.
Is that how you say thanks to someone who just saved your life?
Saving my life. Don't think I owe you one. You just wanted to hold my hand, didn't you? That's why you saved me. You're such a creep.
This isn't a joke, you know. Think what you want, Batgirl. I was saving the Master Emerald.
No matter what you say, it sounds crazy.
What?
Fine, then just take them. They stink like echidnas do.
If that's what you thought, you should have given me them in the first place. Finally.
What?
I'm sorry if I hurt you.
We should get going.
Now with that interaction between Knuckles and Rouge out of the way, Knuckles has all of his Emerald Shards back together, now completing the Master Emerald. With that done, next time on Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2, we'll wrap up the hero story and see what Sonic's up to. I'll see you guys next time.